Let's consider another example of a trigonometric ratios. So the example is in triangle ABC, right angle at C. AB is given as 29 and BC is given as 21. Find sine B and tangent B. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this information to draw a right triangle. So first thing first, I'm going to draw a right triangle. So as you can see, this is my right triangle and this is my right angle, and if you look at the question, they are saying C is the right angle, or I should say C is the point at which the angle is right. So right angle at C. So this point should be C, right? And it doesn't matter which one I take, A or B. So I'm going to consider this one as A and this one as B. Just to, keep consistent with what I'm doing in my other videos. So you can see my C is this point which is 90 degree. I'm taking this vertex as A and this is my vertex B. Now let's look at the question. If you look at the question, we need to find sine of B, look at this, and tangent of B. So what is my reference angle? Yeah, your guess is right. B is my reference angle. So B is my reference angle. The reason why, because I want to find sine B and tangent B. So this is my reference reference angle. Alright? So let's figure out what is A, what is B, and what is C. So side opposite to A is A, which is this side. Opposite to B is B, which is this one. And opposite to C is C, which is this one. And this one is basically my hypotenuse, because hypotenuse is always opposite to the right angle. So C is my hypotenuse. This is my hypotenuse. If I'm taking B as my reference angle, then the side opposite to B will be this one, which is what? Opposite, right? Side next to reference angle is A, so that will be my adjacent. Right? So now as you can see, I'm done all the way to this point right here. Now let's look at the next thing. It's given AB is 29. So where is my AB? So AB, basically this side. And wait a minute, that side is my hypotenuse. So what is my hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is given 29. So I can write here, C is hypotenuse, which is 29. Now let's look at the next thing. Next thing is BC is 21. So BC, which is adjacent, this is given 21. So I can write adjacent, which is A. A is given as 21. Now we don't know anything about B, so I will write B. We don't know anything, which is question mark. Now let's use the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to write using Pythagorean theorem. And if you remember, Pythagorean theorem was A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. My A is 21, so I'm going to substitute 21 on this one. So I'll write 21 is squared plus B is not given. So I'll write B squared, that is equal to 29. Now, you can use your calculator to find the square of 21, but I know the square of 21 is 441 plus B squared, that is equal to, a square of 29 is, I know that is 841. Now I want to find the value of b. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to subtract 441 from both sides. So I'm going to subtract 441 from both sides. And if I do that, this will be cancelled out. And only thing left on the left hand side is b squared. That is equal to 1 minus 1 is 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. 8 minus 4 is 4. So I got b squared is equal to 400. Now, can I find the value of b? Of course. Why not? Let's take the square root on both sides. So the square root of b squared is b, and the square root of 400 is 20. So I got my b as 20. So let's write it here. So the value of b is 20, and I'm going to write it here too. My opposite I know is 20. Alright? Now, we need to find the value of sine. So I'm going to write sine of b is equal to, we know sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So basically sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And what is my opposite? 20. So I will write sine b is 20 over, my hypotenuse is 29. So I will write 20 over 29. Now the next thing that we want to find is tangent. So the tangent b is given as, tangent is basically opposite over adjacent, and my opposite is, as you can see, is 20 again, and my adjacent is, as you can see, this is 21, right? So I got my sine b as opposite over hypotenuse, which is 20 over 29, and my tangent is opposite over adjacent, which is 20 over 21. So my answer will be, let me write the answer. So my answer is basically what? My answer is sine b is 20 over 29, and my tangent b is 20 over 21. This is my answer. So, as you can see, if I have some information given for a given right triangle, what we can do, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the value of unknown side of the triangle, and then we can follow the question and find whatever is not given. And this is how we solve these kind of questions.